you may or may not know, I have been the target of online harassment for many years now. And more recently, a guy that I used to consider one of my personal favorite YouTubers called Wavy Webforms. Now, Wavy, this message is for you. But I don't think you understand what you're getting yourself into. I don't think you understand the gravity of what you're doing. These people that you've befriended are terrorists. I am not a lolcow. Alright? I am a victim of online terrorism. And have been for the last 6 to 8 years. And by you keeping that video up, you are inherently promoting terrorism. That's exactly what you are doing. You are promoting music thieves, art thieves, people that steal from my family, people that want to see me dead. You are promoting that kind of garbage. So I am telling you right now, Wavy Webforms, and report you and sue the fuck out of you. I suggest you take down that video. Because by you keeping that video up, you are giving these evil, vile, scumbag people a way to continue to spread their lies about me.
You know what's funny is that Cyraxx, I don't know, why are you acting all so surprised all of a sudden, Cyraxx? There's like over 100 videos about you on the internet. All on the internet, not just YouTube, Facebook. There are over 100 videos about you. And all of a sudden, this person that you mentioned somehow struck a nerve and really gotten under your skin when there's already over 100 videos about you on the internet, and they're not good either. They're not good about you. Because most of them, what they speak about you, Cyraxx, is the truth. They is speaking on what they see, Cyraxx. You sitting there telling this guy like, well, you just go by what other people say about me, but you don't hear my side of the story and this and that. Cyraxx, how many videos did you make? Like, I think Cyraxx have a memory law. Like, I don't think he remembers. He don't make so many videos explaining his side of the story and always changing the stories up, Cyraxx. I mean, Cyraxx, it's on the internet. Nobody made you get on the internet and constantly made you kept repeating yourself, kept trying to change your story up every time. And I don't even think he realized that. That every time you come on here, you said that, you know, they set you up, entrapment, all that stuff like that. You always changing the story up, Cyraxx, when you should have just explained it one time. Like, I don't think Cyraxx realized how many times. I don't think he realized how many times he's contradict himself, and you have contradict yourself a lot, Cyraxx. And I'm not just saying this because everybody else is saying this. So don't put me in that same category with everybody else, Cyraxx. I'm just going on what I seen you done, on what you said. I mean, there are over 100 videos of you, Cyraxx, confessing to these things. And yeah, you said that you was pushed to do this. They made you do this. No, Cyraxx, nobody made you do that. You made them punk you on the internet. That's what they really did. You want to know the truth? They punked you. They punked you into doing that. Because I tell you one goddamn thing, ain't nobody on the internet gonna punk me and force me to say these things like, oh yeah, Jug, if you don't do this, Jug, you don't do that, Jug. Yeah, we're gonna report you to the police and this and that. Ain't nobody gonna push me to push me into a corner like that and punk me out like that on the freaking internet. And I'm not just saying this to sound like a tough guy, but I'm just saying, you let these people on the internet run your life, Cyraxx. You do. You let these people on the internet run your life, and it's pretty pathetic. Talking about you can't go outside. Mother effer, you can go outside. You just choose not to go out there. You just choose not to go outside. You choose to barricade yourself in that house. And listen, if you want to barricade yourself inside your house, I mean, that's your choice. I'm not mad at you, Cyraxx. I'm not mad at you if you want to spend the next 10 or 20 years locked up inside your house. No one to talk to besides Sally and Ed, because you honestly don't have nobody to talk to in that house. You're lonely in that room. You're lonely. You're a lonely man. That's what you are, Cyraxx. Admit to these people that you're a lonely man. And you is lonely. You are a lonely man, and it really bothers you. It bothers you that you don't have no one to talk to. So this is your way of trying to communicate with people by complaining, whining, saying that you're the victim of this, you're the victim of that. Boy, you 35 years old, boy. You can move, you can get out of that place. But you just choose not to have responsibility. You choose not to step your game up. And stop using these trolls as an excuse, Cyraxx. You should have been moved at your parents' house back in your early 20s, when you was like maybe 25 or 26 years old. You should have moved out of her house then. So what you gonna say, Dad? Was you battling the trolls then in your early 20s? Now I understand some people still live with their parents in their 20s and 30s though, but you could have moved out there when you was like 25 or 23 or 26 years old. When did you start feuding with Marty and then? What, you was like 29 or 20, 29, 30 or 30 years old, whatever like that? I don't know, but you're the ones in control of that. These trolls here is not stopping you from living your life. You know, Cyraxx, it's like what I said in my videos 3 or 4 months ago, Cyraxx. You choose to get on the internet. You choose to create a YouTube account. You choose to want to become this rock star. I mean, I honestly don't know what this goblin want to be. First, he wants to be into this little rock and roll metal music or whatever, and then he try to rap. Like, I'm confused though. And Cyraxx, you can't rap, bro. Your lyrics is garbage. And I'm not just saying that because everybody else is saying that your lyrics is garbage, but you can't rap, bro. So stop being a wigger. All right, Cyraxx? Because you going up there, you calling Will and Gore the N-word, being racist, just like what you did with Marty. And you don't want people to judge you for that. So again, he's always pointing the fingers at people. He's always pointing the fingers at people saying it's their fault, claiming that Will and Glory and them stole your music or whatever like that. Then why you keep making new music? I mean, let me tell you something. If someone, I don't know how Will and Glory got your music. I don't know if he got it off of YouTube or I don't know how he got it. But if someone steals my music or they hack me, common sense tells me that my computer or my phone or whatever, that's not safe. I don't know, Cyraxx. Maybe you need to upgrade your securities or whatever like that. Maybe you need to upgrade your password or something like that. You know, maybe if you had a job, maybe you can have better securities and better securities on your laptop or your phone or whatever you have your music. Oh, I don't know how these people be getting your music. Honestly, I mean, I honestly don't know how they're getting your music though. But if you don't want them taking your music, then why you keep making new music of them making money off of you? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? People gonna take your music regardless. You can't stop that. There's nothing you can do to stop that, Cyraxx. So I don't know why you keep wasting your time whining about your music. It is what it is. I mean, honestly, you should be thanking William Glory. Even though William Glory is probably making some money off of your music, but you honestly should be thanking him for giving you exposure on your music, even though a lot of people say that you're horrible, Cyrax, when it comes to you and your music. But you should be thanking William Glory for getting you notoriety in your music. Even though no one's really calling you up and say, hey, Cyrax, we would like to sign you on a contract, man, this and that. No. So if someone take my music, and even though they giving it more exposure, even though people might criticize, I would actually be happy whether people like it or not. I'd be happy if someone is taking my music and helping my shit blow. Even though I might not be getting the money, even though I might not get the money for it, but I honestly would love that if someone would take my music and help get it notarized, whether people like it or not. So you should be thanking William Glory for taking your music and at least giving you more notoriety. I mean, hell, William Glory should be your manager. hey, William Glory being Cyraxx manager. You know, William Glory making some money off your music, and you don't even get a dime, Cyraxx. Oh man. I mean, I wouldn't be hating on William Glory for that. I wouldn't hate on him for that. I'd be thanking him for, hey man, you getting my music out there. Yeah, but he's making money off of me. Well, then stop making music then. Stop putting music on the internet then if you don't want him to make money off of you. Simple as that. He's still making money off of you, man. Every time you pop a video, he's making money off of you. He don't seem to get it, Cyraxx. You is money to him. He is marketing you. And you don't seem to understand that. He's marketing you. William Glory now, he's looking at it and be like, I don't really have to make videos to bash you, Cyraxx. I can just take your video content and your music and I just, market it off of you. Why should I make a video bashing you when all you're gonna do is just make a video and complain and whine? And that's what he's doing. And that's a brilliant move to do. And you're not looking at it like that, Cyraxx. I mean, honestly, if I was in your situation, Cyraxx, I honestly wouldn't keep giving William Glory what he wants. I wouldn't keep popping out videos acknowledging him. I wouldn't keep popping out videos like that. I wouldn't keep giving him what he wants. And you keep giving him what he wants, man. So you make it easy for him. You're just easy, Cyraxx. You're just easy, bro. You're just easy. But it's just that, he barricaded himself in the house so much. I mean, Cyraxx, you worried about the wrong things. That's basically what you're doing. You're worried about the wrong things. What you really should be worrying about, and again, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but you're worrying about the wrong things, bro. Someone tried to set your grandmother's car on fire, even though, again, some people think it was you that did it yourself just for attention. And that could possibly be true. But if somebody did try to torch your grandmother's car, then that's enough right there to let you know that these people are willing to go extreme with you now. They ain't playing with you no more. I mean, if someone tried to set my car on fire, what else? I mean, because you know what the scary part is, people? This is the scary part about Cyraxx. He always talking about the police don't do nothing. You know why the cops don't do nothing? Because you don't know Cyraxx who's doing these things. I mean, yeah, you're assuming that William Glory is sending the trolls by and everything like that. You can't even prove that part. But you honestly don't know who it is that's doing that. And that's the scary part, Cyraxx. You don't know who's doing that. You don't know who's coming on y'all's property and doing this. Because to be honest, Cyraxx, the neighborhood that y'all stay at, y'all are surrounded with trolls. It could be, Cyraxx, it could be your next door neighbors in your neighborhood that's probably doing these things, but you don't know. You honestly don't know who's doing that. And that's the scary part. And that's why I said, y'all are better off moving, far away from that area. Far away. I mean, hell, if you have to, move to Atlanta, Georgia, or move to Tennessee, or move to Texas, even though y'all couldn't afford it. But I'm just saying, if I was Solly, I'll just move out of Ohio and just move to a different state somewhere. I would move somewhere like maybe Tennessee, or move to the Carolinas, or somewhere where I can afford to stay at. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do if I was Sally. I'll just get the hell up out of. I'll just move out of Ohio. I'll just move out of Ohio and leave that area completely. That's what I would do. Um, but Sally ain't gonna move out because she's got a good deal on paying the rent, and her friend, from what I've heard, she's friends with the landlord. So ain't nobody gonna leave a good deal like that behind. But even if Cyrax then do move out that house, boy, they gotta clean that whole house out, because we already know that whole house is infested with roaches. They're gonna have to go ahead and I would not want to be the next person to move in that house. I really wouldn't, because who's to say, even if Cyrax and them gets kicked out, or they get evicted, or they decide to move out, I wouldn't want to be the next person that move in that house, because who's to say those trolls gonna come there and mess with those new people? Especially you moved in the house, and your own house your new house that you move in. Someone in your neighborhood tells you about, hey, there used to be a goblin named Cyrax who lived in that house. You want to see the videos? And they look at all those videos, and they see those police coming into his house. They see the roaches in his room, everything like that. They see all the trolls coming there. That's gonna make the person feel uncomfortable and not want to stay there for a good while. Cause they're gonna be like, hey man, I'm not signing another lease staying here next year, man, because I don't want them trolls coming there messing with me. Even though on my own social media like Cyrax is, but I wouldn't want to be that, a new person that moved in that house. Hell no. That infested place. Hell no. Bed bugs and everything in there. Man, I would not want to be that next person to move in that house. But yeah, Cyrax, still running your mouth. You just feel like you just can't keep your mouth shut. And another thing is, you say you can't go outside. You say you feel like you're a prisoner in your own home. And again, man, ain't nobody forcing you to stay home, man. You just scared to go out. Maybe if you started driving in your early 20s, you didn't have to worry about that. But you can't even drive a car, bro. Well, you're about 35 years old and you still don't know how. A grown man don't know how to drive a car. But yet, you claiming you got talent to make music, and yeah, you got plenty of energy to run your mouth and make these wacky music of yours, but you never took the time to try to drive, man. Like, maybe if you learn how to drive back in your early 20s, bro, yeah, if you knew how to drive, yeah, you can probably drive somewhere a little bit out the way to go to the store or something like that, but you can't even do that. Because if you walk to the store and a car go past you, they're going to be like, yo, it's Cyrax. Yo, Cyrax, you a racist. Yo, Cyrax, you goblin. You know good well. That's why he doesn't want to come out the house, people. Because Cyrax knows if he walks to the store, he knows somebody's going to recognize him. Especially in bright daylight. He goes out there in bright daylight. Yeah, somebody's going to recognize him walking to the store. Somebody in that neighborhood is going to recognize Cyrax walking to that store. Because somebody's going to drive right past him and say, hey, Cyrax, it's the goblin. Hey, Cyrax, what's up? And Cyrax going to get all scared and paranoid, like, hey, I don't want to order that. That's how Cyrax going to be. That's why he doesn't want to go out. Because he knows somebody out there going to recognize him. I mean, he could go out at night, have a hoodie on his head and walk into the store, but I don't know. Somebody might recognize him though. But man, ain't no way I barricade myself in the house for that, man. It ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I barricade myself in the house like that, man. That's why he's going mad, because only when you go outside, unless you're taking out the trash or you're taking your dog out, you're taking your dog out to get some fresh air or whatever like that. But other than that, Cyrax don't even stay outside for an hour before he decided to go back in that house. I mean, that's a sad, miserable life to live. And again, that's his choice if he wants to live his life like that. But that's got to be a miserable life right there, man. To be, because I can understand if Cyrax was in a wheelchair, or if he was like paralyzed. If he was paralyzed, then yeah, that's totally understandable. But you're not even paralyzed, bro. Like, 35-year-old man scared to come outside. What are you scared to come outside for, man? Go outside and get some fresh air, man. Go to a park and play basketball. Not where there's children at, but you know what I'm saying? Go outside and get some air, man. Maybe it'll release that stress. You talking about saying that it's affecting you. You know what I'm saying? Because stand up in the house is not good, people. I'm gonna tell you that. Stand up in the house is not good. It's not good for the human mindset. And it just ain't no way, man, that I can just barricade myself in the house like Cyrax, man. Because it'll drive me mad. It'll drive me mad. I'm not gonna lie. It'll drive me to madness if I had to barricade myself in the house like I'm on house arrest or something like that. Because that's how Cyrax is. And that's one thing about Cyrax. If Cyrax really was on house arrest, you ain't got to worry about him violating it, because he wouldn't step outside to save his life unless the house is on fire. That's the only way he's going to come out of that house, though. But that's got to be a miserable life for a 35-year-old man not to want to come outside like that. And I'm not mad at him because he don't want to come outside. I'm just saying it's just pitiful, man, that you created all this on yourself, Cyrax, to where you put yourself in the position that you can't even go outside like you want to. Honestly, if I was in your shoes, I would go outside. I wouldn't give a damn what these people think about me. As long as they don't think about putting their fucking hands on me or nothing like that. Because, I'm the kind of guy that I'll keep a gun on me. I wouldn't tell nobody I got a gun, but I'm the kind of guy that I'll keep a darn gun on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people see me and they say, "Hey, Jug." I say, "Hey, keep it going, buddy. Don't even think about getting out of that car trying to put your hands on me and cutting close." I'll be like, "Yo, man, don't get close up on me, bro." You know what I'm saying? But Cyrax is afraid, because I think Cyrax mentioned somebody tried to kidnap him. I remember him mentioning that in one of his videos. I think he said he was walking one day and someone tried to kidnap him. I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know, people. You can't believe half the BS story this goblin is saying, though. But he made his bed. Now he gonna have to lay in it, though. But it is what it is, Cyrax. It is what it is. Anyway, enough about this goblin. Peace.